So I did really
Aha,
shitty.
I rolled a 3 this time.
That's not much better, honestly. That's a 7. So.
How about how about we just be intelligent?
Zyn and Alauneari can roll.
Really should take the 10s.
You can roll 1 each.
1d12 for 12.
Hmm.
There we go.
See if you rolled a D1.
I know, that's why he corrected it by rolling a d12.
Yeah, Rilinid, you can roll the 3.
Okay.
Seven times 4. Let's see here. Right. Manaki rummaging around. Again, you do come upon, like when you rummage through a nest. It seems when you sort of just dig your hands down there and dig around, this nest is actually lined with like broken daggers and knives. You must make a reflex save.
High rolls are never good in this.
If only you had gloves on your hands.
That's no problem. You definitely avoid the different like barbs and knives and things.
Because that's what clerics are known for, everyone.
Yes, clearly. Let's see here. Yes. So you avoid the rusty knives and some such, but you do notice that most of these are very old and bent and useless and like drenched in like pale hunter feces and stuff. But one of the daggers actually, when you pass over it, it glimmers, and you see runes of power sort of etched on the blade of it.
I'll grab that.
Yep, you got a dagger.
Rune of power dagger.
Let's see. Sheep number 2. Yeah, when you go through a nest and find, it glitters when you get close. And when you rummage around, you find links of what you would guess once upon a time was a mithril chain shirt, but now it's ripped to pieces, and the links has been scattered over the nest as a decoration, you would guess. It's useless as armor, but at least it's 150 gold pieces in mithril.
Ooh.
This place is quite nice.
Let's keep
Fighting
searching.
stuff.
Kill whatever comes. Keep searching.
Let's hear what your brother finds first.
Well, first, rummaging around, you find a collection of like broken pieces of glass and pretty stones. You don't think it's actually worth anything except being, looking nice.
I'll give them as a gift to Miku.
There you go. Rummaging around further, you find a collection of worthless broken armor scraps. So
Worthless broken armor scraps, that's good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We can gift those to Miku too.
And
Next
finally,
time you see an enemy flying, use this.
That's right.
pretty stones. And finally, a broken helmet crusted with what seems to be very old blood, and a beak-sized sort of hole in the top. It is of dwarvish manufacture though, and looks quite old. As armor though, you would guess it's quite useless.
So it's like an archaeology piece?
Yeah, basically.
3 gifts for Miku. Well, we'll have a harder time fitting the helmet on his head.
Just this pile of garbage. Just give it to me, like
No, the shiny stones. The shiny stones and baubles. Those are clearly for
There you go.
him. You will appreciate them. The helmet is only interesting in so much as it confirms that Duragar once traveled here, and worthless armor,
Yep.
People wear that all the time.
In the distance, you might be able to make out screeches of pale hunters. Seems to getting closer.
How close can they be?
So, Manaki, you're talking about being all bold and fortune favors it.
Yeah. So we can probably stay here for a couple more rounds. No, let's just leave. Don't press it more. I don't think there's much more to find.
That's right. You got your rune dagger and
We got some stuff. Let's
book it.
All right.
With
Book it other.
with fucking DDS carrying like bales of Pale Hunter.
Yeah, Miko also
Yep.
carrying like heaps of Pale Hunters.
But at least he has shiny stones now. Those will be bequeathed to him as a gift, in the hopes that he might admire their geology and tell me about sedentary rocks and polished stones and igneous and yes.
He might very well.
What's her name? Ivy really like those. Do gnomes like gemstones?
They're not
Sure do.
gemstones. They're just
Oh, yeah.
polished
She might
stones.
know too much to value them.
Yeah.
He's like, these are crap. What?
You're insulting me.
I have better gifts for her.
Ew, Mar.
You know, I'm a medium-sized creature.
Mm,
Oh man, good times.
Yes, indeed. Good times.
Sure.
All right. You pack up the lizards and move out.
I think we don't want to just carry around Pale Hunters with us everywhere. So I think we're taking another 3 days to go back to the Skis'raal
Let's
City.
go back.
It's probably a good idea.
See.
You know, carrying around things with fresh blood oozing out of it and stuff.
Along the way, if let me go ahead and I would have selected my token and moved him back to the normal place. Did you do that already? Okay, you
Yeah.
did it already. Let's see. Did you want to make a spellcraft check for your the rune dagger that you found?
Yeah.
Very good.
So you're gonna like retry once per day. I'm gonna go ahead and stare at this fucking the wand. Go ahead and stare.
So let's see the next day then.
Stare harder.
Or there we go.
Alauneari would deduce that the it's someone had
There we go.
once upon a time spent a lot of money on this dagger, no doubt. It's a dagger +2.
Oh. Well, that is your
Plus two.
favorite weapon.
Okay, maybe it's a sign. Spellcraft 28, yes, that will deduce that the bone wand is a wand of a large person. It has 16 charges.
interesting.
As nice as a large person might be, I will submit that maybe the white spider might appreciate the return of that more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alauneari doesn't really mind.
Yeah.
Her figure is best as it is.
I mean, if it were a more useful spell, perhaps, but, large person certainly has its value, but I keep thinking of narrow passageways.
Hmm.
Besides, we're all
Maybe-
dexterous creatures.
Troll your siblings by casting a large person in a small passageway.
So did you get something else also, like the medallion thing?
Yeah, there was the pendant, which, given its Zan manufacture, I think Rilinid would show to Miku for a confirmation.
Miko would look on it and say that yes, it does indeed seem to be sound manufacture, although very old. He doesn't really think they make it in that style currently. He would guess it might be very old indeed.
And the detect magic doesn't reveal any magic emanating from the pendant?
No, it does not seem to be magical.
In that case, I think that would be a useful gift to give, perhaps the alchemist. Might help before we, repeat the Skis'raal demands, right?
So there are some good news and bad news.
Alauneari would actually approach Rilinid about that, and she will say that it seems that she somewhat perhaps offended the alchemist last time she spoke to him, and perhaps it would be better if Rilinid were the one to give over our the White Spider's demands.
Rilinid will say, I will not suggest the White Spider's demands as such. I think it best that I will, suppose, hand over these items first and then relate the new diplomatic situation. Perhaps peace can be found. Just, it might have to be pursued a bit more subtly.
Just nods, shows him the dagger. A nice find.
Say,
Keep it for now.
say, okay, certainly. Great find. Got myself in a tight situation, and if no one here really wants to use a blade, I know someone who likes knives.
It's not going to the no.
I was actually referring to the dire bat, excuse me.
The Diebat takes it. Finally!
It unlocks its sentience.
Exactly. You have returned the piece of my soul.
Oh, shit. Quick, disarm it!
Exactly. Too late, fools! I will open the demon gates of Golgotha.
No, that's actually fine.
Okay, well, you
Demons, that's okay.
ally with the ascending.
Not the worst.
Sure.
So 2 days later, we arrive from the Pale Hunter Nest back to the city of the Skis'raal and find that they've all relocated.
Nomads, they've rebuilt the goddamn city somewhere else.
Yes, we forgot to tell you. Sorry. Yes. Back to the Skis'raal then. You are led into the caverns of one of the guards outside. You seem to be welcome enough.
Are we going to visit the White Spider? Or, well, I suppose we have the wand. So.
The wand to show later, but I don't think she needs to have Pale Hunter bodies dragged in front
No,
of her.
like we give them to whoever is the sort of food.
Food guy in charge, or food spider in charge. Food ring, yes. Supply spider. They seem to be very happy at the Pale Hunters. They sort of pick at them. It's like, they're still alive, and you see some of them. And
I suppose it's possible that we might have brought like an egg or two back for like value's sake.
I mean,
if they
sure.
find that interesting.
Why not? Give it to them.
Yeah. I mean, they're very small eggs, anyways. It's like whatever. Put them in the backpack, wrap it up in soft cloth.
If they don't want them, then just throw them out.
Yeah. Might find them interesting. I don't know.
We're there anyway.
Yes, they will definitely take the eggs as well. They say that they consider the eggs a delicacy, although they can be difficult to get.
Well, might be a little bit harder now. The other Pale Hunters might be a bit,
Might be a bit cross.
yes, cross.
They seem actually, as I said, quite happy with this quite immense pile of food you brought. They chill around and drag them away into the caverns to be cocooned up and put in basically in the larder.
In that case, I suppose the other hope is that we can use this gift to potentially strong arm ourselves for a brief audience with the White Spider.
Yep, that is it is granted, and you approach the White Spider again. Miko is standing in the back, far away from all of this. But yes, you are once more allowed in the graceful presence of the White Spider.
In that case, Rilinid will just, I suppose, hold out the wand, sort of like in front of him. Like, he doesn't want to like approach and figures like maybe her consort will grab it. Finds an interest and will say in Elven that we found this a runed wand of it's seemingly your manufacture, I could tell by the runes, located within the nests of the Pale Hunters. We thought it best that it be returned here, rather than be used for our own ends.
The consort Nathkir approaches and reaches out to one of his clawed legs and grabs the wand and looks at it and sort of brings it closer to the White Spider, who also looks at it, and then she says, "Yes, this is of our manufacture." She looks at it again. It was lost to us when one of our hunters got killed. She looks at Rilinid and the rest of you. "Thank you for returning it. We are grateful." He sort of nods at the Nathkir, sort of, he seems to sequester it in a web pocket of some sort he has.
Well,
Also, we are grateful for the bounty of food you have brought us. You have shown goodwill toward the Skis'raal.
alright. Anything else, Team PC? Are we good?
Why do
I think
spiders
we're
need a
good.
wand of a large person? It doesn't work on spiders.
How do you know?
How do you know they're not?
One of enlarged spider.
How do you know they're not humanoids?
I know. I
Secretly?
know.
That's another thing for Zyn to be paranoid about. How does enlarge? What do I even care?
How do I know this?
That's right. Are they humanoids? What is enlarged person anyway? I've never seen it. What does it do? All right. In that case, audience adjourned. Good audience, everyone.
Yes, let us really leave. Go to someplace else.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, suppose we could go back to the dock and then.
Yeah, we can go back to the dock. We can leave the fungal wolf leader's probably gonna still be hanging out there.
I considered, since we have mapped the edge of the lake, to perhaps and just go there, and then Alauneari and the lizard and sort of some of the others would walk here, where they could then meet up with perhaps Rilinid or Rain to sail the submarine.
I mean, it's possible. I do worry about traveling in separated groups here, though.
Yeah. I see no reason to split the group.
See, I know that we did it for, like,
I get
acquiring the oil. It's just if there is another pack of fungal wolves out there that you might run into, if there's a rambunctious leader, half the party may be insufficient to handle them.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, we saw...
Leaving my lizard around alone for all the time. Who said if it was hurt?
Lizard throws
Could
up.
it sit on the paper boat?
Don't worry, they dug a hole, it can handle itself.
I suppose it could sit on the boat, but then it would be exposed to all the mist.
I mean, we could divide. It's just there's that concern of bad things happening.
You could leave the lizard with the Skis'raal.
Well, eat it.
No, they like us now. They probably won't eat it.
We promise.
Alauneari looks forward to the time when she can kill the lizard and make it an undead.
That's right. You hold they hold the lizard in trust and hostage. There we go.
There you go. That's gonna work. One false move, Drow, and the lizard dies.
Is what we've done thus far before we leave to get like a sufficient understanding of their hunting scope?
Yeah, they now permit us to know about their map.
To get like a better understanding of all the places we're gonna trek through.
Oh right. Yeah. With the current offering, the White Spider would acquiesce to share some of the layout of the jungle with you. As far as as she can trust you, but yeah, sure, she can do that.
Okay.
Let's see here then. She would allow you mappings of some of the Skis'raal territory, which would basically be from this X out to here.
Okay.
And then down to here by the lake.
Down to 1107.
And from there over to this place.
1409.
They have a big area.
Yes. Well, they are voracious predators. They need a large
they are carnivores as opposed to the herbivores, and.
Yep. And after that, up to here.
Basically, just draw lines. It's disputed to this day.
Exactly.
Okay. That's good.
Yep. These are, as far as the White Spider is concerned, Skis'raal territories.
So what's the problem? It's not that close to the others' territory.
Well, the problem is generally that, this area is an area of dispute.
Right. And it's also a matter of disputed differences. They're both responsible for hostilities towards each other. Both of them blame the other for hostilities, and they can't see any common ground.
Yep.
The Skis'raal were also maddeningly terrified by the fact they were much smaller than the Zyn.
Well, that's understandable.
But I get the impression that the Zyn couldn't really wipe out the Skis'raal, because the Skis'raal can just hide in the entirety of the jungle. And hunt mushroom people for centuries.
Guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, they're probably very good at guerrilla warfare.
We remove the fungal wolf leader, and they just sort of move out their army. That's what's been keeping them apart.
That's what's been keeping the alchemist away from them.
They'll just claim the territory.
Just never told
Well, if he
us.
can't defeat a fungal wolf, then we should probably just kick his ass. Take over.
Do you know what kind of fungal wolf this is?
No.
Advanced. He actually has a
It's the dread wolf of doom.
Anyway, yeah, we can do the whole separation thing. Let's see, myself and Rae'nkalar and Ivy, and we can head down to the submarine, and you and Trislin and Zakari and Zen and Miku, that's a lot of people, can make the trek through towards the eastern bank somewhere.
9/11? Perhaps.
Yeah, something like that. Then we meet up and move the telescope the rest of the way.
Sure. We can walk along the coast. It seemed that
So 1,
Sorry.
2.
people really didn't really go there. So.
Let's see here. 1, 2. It'd take us 2 days to get. I don't know. I guess 1207, 1208, and then
We go here and then split off.
it would take us another 2 days to get to the Gnomish dock, or for you to get to 911, and then on the 5th day total, the submarine could easily make its way over to 911 and still have plenty of time.
So, do we have to wait over there for a day?
No, it would just be a few hours.
Alright, that seems perfectly fine then.
And then, I suppose, maybe like that day resting as well. So then after 7 days, barring any interruption, we would be back at the city.
With a telescope.
With a telescope. And a
And a
pendant.
medallion and a lens.
And a guileless Zan who will tell everything to them.
Yeah.
Tell them everything he's learned about Alauneari, and the alchemist is just nodding. Yep.
Yes, she is beautiful and wonderful. Good leader. Perhaps I shall pursue her.
The only way to establish an alliance with the Zan is for Alauneari to
Oh,
become
no.
betrothed to the alchemist.
Oh,
You will carry my spores.
And when enough time has passed and you have fallen, our children will eat you to gain your memories.
It will be wonderful.
Alauneari just staring, eyebrows twitching slightly.
No, you misunderstand. No, what is
in our culture, the males are the ones to carry spores. Take my brothers.
Actually, from what Miku told me, the females are seen as so important because they're the ones who carry the children.
This to try to pawn off who's gonna be wedded to the alchemist.
Zakari is the most honorable man.
Oh no.
This lizard.
This lizard, yeah.
My most honored servant.
Honorary family member.
So unless
He's
there
the
are any,
surrogate.
unless there are any better ideas from Team PC, that's what we're actually going to be doing then, guys.
What are we doing?
Barring encounters, which I guess we'll inevitably find out about. The first day will be spent moving from Hex 1403 to 1205.
Yep.
And then the second day will be spent moving from Hex 1205 to 1208. Sort of
Yep.
the coastline there. And that's when parties will split up.
Okie doke.
With all this traveling without searching, we actually are at least Alauneari's food stores are beginning to
Yeah.
take a hit.
It's okay.
It'll be fine though.
We
She
got
still
plenty
has
of money. Yeah, we got plenty of money. We eat plant food.
plant food.
Yep. And then I'll drag these for like symbolic purpose. Is there any sort of encounter after 2 days that would stop us or give us pause or make us change our plans, Jonas?
I am checking that right now.
Okay. Stay fast.
Team Alauneari and Team Rilinid.
No, it seems to be 2 traveling days where nothing special happens.
Okay. And then like day 3 then, I think Alauneari would move to hex 1010 following the coastline there. And with her entourage, and then Rilinid and his entourage can move to hex 1410.
Alright. Yep, you're still traveling without much issue.
Okay. And then that was the 3rd day. On the 4th day, so yeah, I think you're moving to hex 911, excuse me.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So that's her movement, and then our movement is actually reaching the submarine, boarding it, and then...
Yep, full steam ahead. Yep, you stand on the beach and see the submarine cleave through the mist. Very majestic. The
After
theme,
Rilinid's probably had his favourite few days.
yeah, the theme to Red October plays, and
So that's actually after 4 days. I actually overestimated. Woo! And then on day 5, we can try making it to the city of Zyn, perhaps even day 6.
all right.
I don't know
did
how
want
long
to-
it would... I don't know whether we would need, an extra day to,
You need. I mean, the telescope is kind of
Yeah.
big and heavy on you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
figured.
wait, if we've got anthole whoops, less
Yeah.
than
It's not so much the weight, just as like overall encumbrance of it.
Yeah, and it's kind of delicate. You can't
So
really.
you might be able to carry the massive thing, but I mean, it's pretty long.
Yep. Yeah, the lizard and the Rae'nkalar and the Zyn definitely get to work.
The Zyn? What?
The Zyn, yes, gets to work out, carrying and hauling the damnable telescope to Xon.
In that case, it seems after 6 days, our departure from the city of Skis'raal finally ends us up in the city of Zyn.
Wonderful.
And just as we're approaching, gas mask.
Of course. Yes, approaching the city of Xon, you are quite quickly spotted by the guards at the gate.
It's kind of hard to stealth given our situation.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, reveal over here. There we go. Also, my soundtrack now kicked in as some sort of weird lounge music. Oh well.
Smoke-filled jazz lounge room.
Yeah,
The alchemist is
basically.
hanging out.
Yep.
Sage playing the saxophone.
It's pretty great.
Singer
actually.
belting out some Aretha Franklin. We'll be good to go.
Yes, you are brought into the city, and you are indeed able to visit the alchemist at his throne.
So, where does the telescope go? Do we just, leave it out, inside the city? I don't think we can haul the thing in to see the alchemist.
No, not really. But there is a lot of very surprised, emotions, let's say, when the telescope is being hauled in. There's a lot of very curious eyes. You
Now
are
returning in triumph.
exactly. You are told by the guards outside that you can safely leave the telescope here, and they will safeguard it.
Fantastic. And word will undoubtedly reach through the mind share. Did you hear? They're taking the telescope to Zyn.
Yep, there's a stampede from the College of
Just
Beings.
told them that to get them away. Damn thing's useless.